Hello ladies, I'm back from our Sedona trip. Flew in late last night, pretty groggy, pretty tired. Had breakfast, took my kid to school, took a walk, all the stuff. And now I'm unpacking my grocery delivery, and I was listening to just an interview with some amazing women who were talking about like just giving people more of an inside look at life. And as weird as I think it is, especially in the HA space, people are curious about what recovered people are doing at home. So I'm gonna take you guys through my fridge and pantry, and the reason I'm doing that is because I have received feedback from people like Ashley and friends that like, what do you eat? Because there's nothing here. Like we'll see. You'll see. But I'm sure people assume we have tons of other food and there's all of these snacks and stuff. And while that's true for most people, I'm a bit different to that. And this is just works for me and my family, and we'll talk through it. So let's start at the fridge because my farmhouse delivery has arrived. Every week I get 1 or 2 of these bad boys. And sometimes we can choose what's in it if we remember to change it by the cutoff date. And I was traveling, so I didn't change it. So today's box is a surprise. So every Tuesday, we get that delivered. But before we unpack it, here's what's already in here. This is more on the full side. We've got some stuff going on. We've got orange juice, milk, coconut water. We usually have like 1 or 2 dressings that we just use to put on top of vegetables and stuff, because like plain vegetables on their own is just like not the vibe. So we always do sauce. We have tons of marinara. I make a lot of bolognese, and I'll sometimes use it for other recipes. I'll just throw it in. Like, I do not use recipes. People know this about me. I do not use recipes very often at all. I'll reference a recipe for like the cook time on 5 pounds of brisket, but I'm not gonna follow their recipe. So yeah. Olives, cheese, these things, they'll go in meals, but they're also just for my daughter's lunch as well. So I don't buy specific things for her lunch. I just use ingredients and put together her lunch. So I'm sure she's that weird kid. She drinks goat milk. That crap is like $11 a gallon. But she gets constipated on regular milk. So, and she loves her milk, and she won't like, I swear like she would not eat enough if I didn't do the milk. So we're doing the milk. Leftovers, curry. This is like pretty much a standard day in our life. This is tons of vegetables on rice with like a curry sauce, Madras curry. And at the retreat that we were at in Sedona, we actually used, I think maybe even this exact one, or yeah. And we made a curry for the girls, so that's funny. We use that a lot because the ingredients are pretty solid. Not perfect, but pretty solid. Tons of meat. So we actually buy a half cow. So we have a big deep freezer in the garage. We buy a half cow of grass-fed meat and just pull it out as we need it. So we've got like steaks out, beef strip, stew, 2 ground beef. It's like $7.50 a pound. Might have been $8.50 this year, which is way cheaper than buying it in the store. Like for all the cuts, right? We can get ribeyes, briskets, all the way down to ground beef. It's all gonna be $8.50. So ground beef in the grocery store at the moment is way more than $8.50. So you know a ribeye is like 20 something a pound minimum. So we're absolutely winning with that. If you can get a deep freezer, you'll be sweet. And a half cow, that fits in a small deep freezer. It's not a big deal, especially if you still have some space in your inside deep freezer as well. Okay, yogurt, only the 5% stuff. I went through my 0% phase for a long time. I couldn't go without it. Every single night, huge bowl of dessert. And that went through till probably mid this year, that I couldn't go a day without dessert. But no holding back, no more 0%, no more 2%, which I did bump up to. I'm now at full fat, and that's where it's gonna stay, and there's no going back for that. And I'll say honestly, like, you know, since going through at least a year or 2 of fully not restricting, but allowing yourself to like eat more than you're comfortable with, that is the only way to get through to a place where you feel neutral about like, yeah, I could have dessert or not. But for a long time, it was like a non-negotiable, and that can be scary for people going into recovery, because you just want to feel neutral. You want to feel like you could take it or leave it, but you have to get through that like solid year long of just eating. The Primal Kitchen Mayo, that's solid, and it's deals at Costco. We have mint. I do a lot of avocado, feta, and mint on toast. We have a ton of rock melon, also known as cantaloupe. And I have a feeling, I don't care for rock melon. We have so much of it, and I have a feeling we have a lot of it again. Okay, we got more cantaloupe, we have avocado, we have squash, we got grapes, lettuce is over here. I can't be bothered bringing the camera over because it's boring. It's just lettuce. And then the bottom here is all the eggs. Eggs, berries, apples, things like that. With the snack drawer, plus one golden beet. Beets are solid. Golden beets, absolutely solid. Okay, so let's see what this lovely box has for us today. Okay, tomatoes, beautiful. I do not put them in the fridge. I try not to. My husband puts them there, and in the end, they end up there. That reminds me, I should pull my starter out of the fridge. When I travel, I take my sourdough starter, I put it in the fridge so I don't have to feed it or worry about it. Loaves, bread loaves, I freeze them down. I make extra for when I'm away. More lettuce. I would usually not order this much lettuce. So we're gonna be having some like big steak salads with stuff and sandwiches and things. I try to propagate those ones too. They come with the roots and stuff. So sometimes I'll try to replant them. 2 more cantaloupes. Because you can't even cook anything with cantaloupe. You know what I mean? Okay. Cabbage. So I'm gonna make some sauerkraut. That's actually really exciting. Pears. I can bake with pears too, because this is a ton of pears. When you forget to place your order, you will not get things that you want. But I always figure it out, right? Corn, baby loves corn. Everyone loves corn. You know, it's a pain in the ass to prepare, but everyone loves it. Sweet potatoes. J time. I'm doing a vlog of our fridge. How do you feel about that?
I don't care.
Cool.
I was just interrupting you.
Let those wrapping freezers down. You can come in. I'm gonna edit it. I'll remove you. What are we gonna do with those cantaloupe?
This is why I wanted to stop getting farmhouse for a
Should
bit.
we-
Or stop the boxes.
Yeah, you want to stop getting
Let's stop the
farmhouse?
boxes.
Well, we wouldn't go if we had.
If I canceled it, we wouldn't have gone.
I'll stop the boxes.
Yeah.
All right, because the boxes be taking up space. Or do you want to just
I know. Well, I threw it
stop the boxes and order what we want every month?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this is like the surprise box, and so we need to commit to the custom box.
It was ideal because we get seasonal choice fruit.
But turns out seasonal choice sucks.
Well, it's either a lot of cantaloupe or it's a lot of pears or a lot of lettuce.
Well, today it's all 3 of those things.
And a lot of mushrooms.
All right, well, that's all right.
But like, you get tired of them after a while.
Yeah, but at least you can cook them in other stuff. What do you do with all this?
Yes.
There is no cantaloupe recipe.
I know. I think we still have a whole...
I know. I hope Zara's lunchbox had a shit ton of cantaloupe. Let's just give one to someone. Give 2 to people. Your mom.
I'll go buy my mom's house.
Okay. But there's cabbage, so I'm gonna make sauerkraut.
Oh, you tried again?
Yeah, it worked so well.
It did work very well. Hey, show them the Primal Kitchen barbecue sauce. And just tell them like how you eat veggies is with a good sauce.
I already said like we've always got a few sauces going to make vegetables palatable.
Yeah. Let's start out.
Primal Kitchen, but not everyone has Primal Kitchen.
Right. So you just start out with whatever sauce you love, and then.
Right. So we got these ones. These are our current go-tos. We have changed through time, but this and this. Make vegetables with rice specifically. Delicious. Like, you'll actually be excited about meat and vegetables when it has this on it. It's nothing in it. This is a whole tray of Element of electrolyte powder that we'll chuck in a water bottle. Coconut water. I don't drink this. I think it's gross. Jake drinks this, but you should drink this. We got tomato stuff. Like I said before, I make a lot of bolognese, and I add it to other stuff that needs liquid. There was bone broth in the fridge too, and I'll usually use that as well. Coconut milk, just for curry, sometimes baking. This is the grain drawer. There is a drawer system now, but this is new. I just developed the drawer system. Jake's probably gonna ruin. Okay. This is someone's dog food, the dog that we're watching. We have granola, almond flour, bee pollen, honey, almond butter. We're out of peanut butter. And I haven't felt like it, so I haven't rebought it, but I should. These Simple Mills cookies, this kind of stuff is just like to put in my kids' lunchbox. So, because they all get to have, sorry, Jake's making coffee. Okay, these are Simple Mills cookies, a super popular brand, generally decent ingredients. You know, it's still, you know, nothing's perfect in the package box. I'll usually put this just in my kids' lunchbox, and I'll have them in the afternoon with coffee. And dude, they're just like, they give all the kids like animal crackers at school, and I don't want her to be left out, but I also don't want her to eat animal crackers like every day. But I'm pretty sure she does. I'm pretty sure she complains until she gets it, and they just don't say anything, which is fine. Okay, pasta drawer. Big pasta people. So we've got lasagna, spaghetti, penne, fusilli, spirals, and shells. We have pasta like 2 or 3 times a week. You know, that stuff's the bomb. Then we have more fruit, the Magic Spoon cereal, just in case you're feeling a cereal. My daughter will sometimes eat it too, but she knows that they're not Cheerios. They're just meant to be high protein. And my husband is a hard gainer, so he's always trying to gain size too. So he'll sometimes just like rock a cereal and a bowl of cereal with milk to try and get his calories up, and that's a really great way to do it for recovery too. Snack bowl of cereal. And if you're in the States, that stuff has protein. It has a few like less crappy ingredients. So it's a way to have yummy cereal and get the calories, but in a little bit of a more high protein way, which, you know, we love. Okay. Ramen. If you're ever in a pinch. I wish we could just live off ramen because we would save so much money. But we can't. And then this is just the other side of my pantry. Truthfully, the reason this side of my pantry is beautiful is because you can see it from my front door. When you walk up my front door, you see into this window, into my pantry laundry. So I actually like did a whole DIY project and built it out beautifully with like hooks that I made and shelves that I made, and this is like detachable so I can remove it if I'm not drying anything on it. We have sugar. My husband makes ghee, so we buy butter in bulk from Costco, and then he makes the best ghee you've ever had in your life. It's a way more cost effective. Ghee is really expensive, so if you can buy butter in bulk and make it yourself, you're winning. And we use that to cook. And then we just have olive oil. So as you can see, we actually don't have a lot of food in the house. We just have a lot of ingredients. Down the bottom here are our tubs for bulk ingredients. So there's bread flour. I use this to bake with. and feed my starters and things like that. And then over here is regular flour for baking, and Jake makes all of our tortillas. He makes really good flour tortillas, so that's for him. And then that's the rice and a piece of trash on the floor. So that's pretty much how we eat. Let me know what you think of the way that I eat. I really don't care, but have any questions about how we make this work? I definitely eat enough. Every day we cook. My husband cooks like a proper lunch. He doesn't make like a convenience food kind of lunch, but if I do, it will be a sandwich with like mayonnaise, avocado. So it works for what we do. I don't eat a lot of snacks, honestly. I would just have like cookies or a piece of bread or a piece of fruit. That's sufficient for me. So this is what works. This is my house. This is these are my meals. Yeah, if you want any more content like this, just kind of how to implement recovery into real life, what does that look like? Because I actually get a lot of questions from clients. I've always felt like, oh, what I eat in a day and stuff like that. They're silly videos that, like I get it though. Like they're silly videos, but I get it because there's a curiosity to get ideas and see if like you're doing enough. You know, how does this compare to you? If this person knows what they're doing, how does my stuff stack up? So I get that. And if you want more stuff like that, you know, just let me know, because I do hear the feedback that like, I know you're saying I need more blood sugar balance. I know you're saying I need to eat more protein, but like, I don't know what that looks like on a grocery list. You know what I mean? So I'm happy to provide stuff like that. I'm just not 100% sure that you care. So anyways, let me know and leave a comment below about what you would want to see. Like and subscribe to this channel and you will not miss an upcoming future video. I'll see you guys next week. Mwah.